Okay, and you have registered as Joe Jaworski, and you are representing yourself against the bill.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jaworski, please proceed.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman. I'm a third-generation Texas lawyer licensed by the Texas Supreme Court since 1991, a former mayor of Galveston, and I'm a declared candidate for the Democratic nomination for Texas Attorney General. Just wanted to throw that background out there. Mr. Chairman, I'm pleased to see the legislative intent in this bill is to reduce the likelihood of fraud. We can all agree with that. But we don't need House Bill 6, as written, to address that. Yes, some votes are cast illegally. We have laws, enforcement, and punishment already capable of dealing with it. My view, and I wish House Bill 6 would reflect this, is the best way to meaningfully guarantee the integrity of our election outcome is to increase means of the legal vote. That's how you protect the popular vote, by increasing voter access so the true will of the majority of the people is understood. And that way, voter confidence is ensured. So I wish House Bill 6 could be amended to add same-day registration and voting, drive-through voting, multiple and accessible mail-in ballot drop box locations in every county, and late-night voting so shift workers who are working like at about this hour can vote. So my view is expanding these access points are innovations that are proven to increase voter turnout, and that's what we need since we're 45th in the nation. But none of it is proven to increase illegal voting. So I wish House Bill 6 would take note of the commercial reality of America, which is restaurants, retail businesses, entertainment venues, communities of faith have adapted to the times, and their availability is now enhanced to meet customers where they are. Why can't government do the same, Mr. Chairman? You know, I can drive through a Starbucks, get a coffee, get a hamburger at a McDonald's, but I can't drive through and vote. I can go to the grocery store and scribble my signature somewhat accurately to get my groceries, but my son, in his first vote, it breaks my heart. He's out of state in college. He did everything he's supposed to do, and some election worker said, nope, that signature doesn't count, and I got a letter 30 days later canceling his vote. It's hurtful. I can go in and buy a gun at Academy in 30 minutes, but I have to register 30 days before voting. It just doesn't seem right. Is my time up? Oh, good. Well, voting is essential to democracy, Mr. Chairman. In the American order of things, your right to vote precedes all the Bill of Rights. Now, I'm not minimizing, you know, the First Amendment or the Second Amendment or the Fourth. I'm just here to remind you which came first, which is the vote. It was the vote that allowed these freedoms enhanced in the Bill of Rights to become law in the first place. Well, America emerged from a monarchy, and that suppressed our rights, the king did. Well, we fought and we won a revolutionary war, and we changed the world. Well, Texas did it too when we beat the Mexican army at San Jacinto. We had a war with the Confederacy, and in that war we ended slavery, and the 14th Amendment followed. Decades later, the states ratified the 19th Amendment, and women could vote. When Jim Crow stained our consciousness, the civil rights movement brought us the Voting Rights Act, making us a more perfect union. My point is, there is a progression of enlightenment in American voting, and I'm afraid that in this moment, House Bill 6 and its companion, Senate Bill 7, treats voting more transactionally. In other words, it's like a zero-sum game, and doing that, I feel, tragically disrespects our American experience. I think
you could sort of bring it to a conclusion.
I think you should amend this bill, House Bill 6, write a newer one that adopts all the innovations that Harris County developed for the 2020 cycle. Why? The voters liked them. Texas voters deserve first-class service, and I think we're coming up a little short with the way HB 6 is written. We deserve better. Final word. It's imperative that Texas voters call these bills out for what they are. House Bill 6 and Senate Bill 7 are intended to make voting less accessible, harder, and less frequent, and that's a shame. It's unconstitutional, anti-Texan, and un-American, and thank you very much.